Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Colin's Corner, episode number 34. It's great to have you in. Um, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. You know the drill at this point. Sitting here with my best friend Wally. What am I going to talk about today? What am I going to cover that I haven't already covered? I haven't talked about that. I haven't harped on. What is an idea that Colin hasn't harped on yet in the corner? And please let me know some ideas that you want me to talk about. Some things. There's plenty of things to talk about all the time, every day. I could come up with something. But I think as something I'm trying to do, maybe I should just talk about it, put it out in the universe. Let everybody kind of let it simmer. And that way I can talk about it. Maybe other people are like, hey, do the same thing, I was doing just something I want to do. Consistency. Consistency as Wally gets set up. Consistency is key, alright, in all areas of life. If you want to be good at something, you have to consistently do it. For me, consistently, I want to wake up at 6 o'clock every single morning. Consistently, I want to be healthy. I want to go to the gym. I want to eat. Now, that part I have down. I have down going to the gym and eating, taking care of my physical health. Consistently waking up. We're getting there. We're making a lot more progress than we ever have. Consistently, I want to upload podcasts and Colin's Corners. As you can tell, I missed Monday's upload because your boy was a little tired and I didn't feel like doing all that. I didn't feel like recording. I got to do it ahead of time. I got to learn. See, all this stuff, time management, consistency, it all comes together. Consistently, I want to upload podcasts. Don't even get me started, man. Now I'm just airing out all my problems that I have with the way that I'm living my life and how it's not quite where I want it to be. But that's not me beating myself up. That's just me looking ahead and saying, okay, this is what I need to do to get where I want to be. So, consistency. If I want to consistently do all these things, how do I do it? And if I'm here saying I have these things that I'm not doing quite yet that I want to consistently do, and I'm about to tell you how to consistently do things, then who am I to tell you or to give you advice on how to consistently do things? Man, I don't know. Maybe that's this entire channel. The point of it is okay, well, it's kind of a moot point. Doesn't really matter because Colin's going to talk about these things, but he struggles with them too. Well, then, what is he doing? Well, it's a real perspective. It's not something that I'm just coming out here and saying. I'm like, hey, I struggle with some things too. And I'm just one man giving my one perspective on something. So if I'm struggling with being consistent in something, but I'm really consistent in other areas, then I'm like, hey, here's how I can apply those same skills that I've learned into other areas, and maybe that can help somebody else in those areas or other areas, or maybe while I'm speaking out loud, an idea will come to me of, hey, maybe I can do this or do that. So who am I? Am I qualified? Man, you can decide whether or not I'm qualified to give life advice to anybody, but by no means is this channel giving life advice. It's me sharing my thoughts and experiences and ideas with the world. Take it as you may. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. If you do like it, I would really appreciate if you stayed. So that's what I have to say about that. So, consistency. How have I stayed consistent with my health? That's the number one thing in my life that I've been consistent with is my health, and it's kind of led to me being successful even marginally in all other areas of my life. So how have I stayed, consistent with eating well and going to the gym and everything? I've kind of just told myself, hey, this is what you have to do. This is you. Do you want to be healthy? And the answer to that for me is always yes. Okay. What can you do to be the absolute most healthy? Excuse me. Well, you can eat the most healthy foods and you can exercise the most that you can. So I go to the gym 5 days a week and I eat very, very healthy. Now, there's a difference, and quickly, briefly touch on it. We can do another episode about food later. But you don't have to be perfect, you have to be good. So I'm sitting here eating organic fruits and vegetables. You don't have to be organic if you can't afford it, if it's just not there for you. You can do non organic. That's still better than eating a bag of chips. That's still better than eating a hot dog. Okay? So you pick and choose here. I eat grass fed meat. If that's something that you can't do for whatever reason, just get regular ground beef. You know? Like it doesn't have to be the absolute best every time. Just because I'm doing that. It does not have to be that way. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Be as good as you can be, but don't, kill yourself financially. If you can't do that, don't do it, you know? But that's just what I do. So, I told myself, hey, the way to be most healthy is to eat the healthiest foods that I can possibly eat, right? And do that all the time. Now, some people are like cheat day, cheat day, cheat day. For some people, they can have a cheat day and they don't take it too far to where they're doing it all the time. For me, I felt like, okay, if I take a cheat day, that gives me the opportunity, even though I probably won't take it, that gives me the opportunity to just do it whenever I want. Because if you do it once, you can do it twice. If you do it twice, you can do it 3 or 4 times. And if you do it 3 or 4 times, you can do it whenever the hell you please. And I said, nope, I'm going to eat healthy. I just made myself a freaking pizza today. And that was one of the best pizzas I have had in a long time. And I haven't had that many pizzas recently because I've been eating healthy. But no, no. Very good pizza. Very good pizza, I must say. 6 ingredients: flour, yeast, water, olive oil. Let's count them out: flour, yeast, water, olive oil, um, uh, tomato sauce, cheese. There we go. There's six. 6 ingredients. And, I guess, well, salt and sugar. That's what went into the dough. 8 ingredients. Salt and sugar as well. So I use everything that everyone else uses, except I use the healthy version of it for baking and cooking and everything. When people say, well, it must taste different, it really doesn't. It's not like it's plant based meat where it's not actual meat, so it tastes different. Or it's not like it's like the off brand goldfish or whatever. It's like it tastes the exact same. Regardless, how have I stayed consistent? Um, I've always wanted to be the best I can be, and being the best I can be means I have to do the best I can do. And that's what I've done. I've committed myself to it. I said, hey, I've always been a skinny kid. I've always been very athletic. I've always been muscular. Um, Even as a kid, like I was just always athletic, muscular, and but I was always skinny, you know? And I don't want to be skinny. I want to be strong, you know? I want to gain weight. So, said, okay, you're eating, but you're not eating enough. You know, you're eating the right foods, you're not eating enough of the right foods. So I up eating the right foods. I up the amount of right foods that I'm eating. But then I need to exercise as well because I wasn't going to the gym that much, in my teen years. So now I'm 20. I've been going to the gym for a year and 3 quarters now, consistently. And I've put on a little bit of muscle on top of what I already had when I wasn't working out consistently. So now I'm working out consistently 5 days a week, and I can tell that I'm getting bigger. I'm getting more muscular. I'm getting more defined. And that feels good, Making progress feels good. So that's another part of being consistent is like when you consistently do something, you see the progress. You see it. Life is compound interest. I saw this video earlier this morning and I put it on my whiteboard. Life is compound interest. So if you consistently do something, you do it over and over and over and over and over, just like compound interest financially, it, accrues over time, if that's the correct word to use. It compounds, it builds together over time, and you have more, well, or less in some instances. Well, in life, you do it consistently, positive, it gets better, negative, it gets worse. If I consistently go to the gym, if I consistently eat healthy, if I consistently do this or that or the other, well, then I'm being as healthy as I can be. I'm being as good as I can be. But I'm also going to get better. I'm also going to be able to see it. Because when you're not doing something consistently and you're only doing it every once in a while, then you're not going to see the results. They're not going to come. But the results come and you see them if you stay consistent. If you really want to do something, stick to it, man. Go after it, man. Like, you be that person. Be the person you know you can be. Consistency will show you that you can do whatever you want, but you just have to stick with it. There's this thing all the time. People talk about what you least want to do. That's where you'll find what you most want. What you most want in life is on the other side of what you least want to do. There you go. A lot of people stop early because it's too hard. Well, then what's the point of doing anything at all? Because if you're just doing the easy thing, it's never going to work out. You're never going to get what you want. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to succeed. None of what you want is going to come easily. It's not. It's not. You can't sit here and say, well, I'm going to do the easiest thing I can possible, and I'm going to make the most money. I'm going to be the most healthy, and I'm going to do the most this and that and the other. Yeah. It's real easy to let the microwave do the work for you, or to let the oven do the work for you. But when you're actually cooking something, when you're actually putting love and care and actual food ingredients into it, instead of, okay, well, let me just microwave this Velveeta mac and cheese, which I loved when I was a kid, by the way. Velveeta mac and cheese. But that's what consistency is. Consistency is, I want to be the best I can, and if I do it as consistently as I can, I will see results. If you want results in your life, there's no other advice I can give you except to do the best you can consistently. And the best you can is the best you can. It is not anything else. It is not any excuse under the sun of, well, I'm doing the best I can, but this is happening. Stop making excuses and just go after it. If you want something, go after it. You want to be consistent, just be freaking consistent. Wake up every day. Do this, do that, do the other. And now I'm talking to myself, kind of. Wake up every day. You hear that, Colin? Wake up. And to you, who isn't going to the gym consistently, but you want to, do it. To you, who isn't eating healthy consistently, but wants to, do it. For you, who isn't following their dreams and chasing what they want consistently, go do it. All right? Because, again, the more you do it, it becomes second nature. Going to the gym is second nature to me. The more you do it, the more results you'll see, the quicker you'll see them, the happier you'll be, and all that stuff. So, there is your motivational speech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. A lot more stuff coming. Of course, there always is. One of these days, I'll record a day in the life and show you all what I do. But that'll be a really good day. Maybe episode 50. Maybe. Who knows? All right. See you later.
You have interfered with our affairs for the last time.
Sinatra.
I am literally in the air right now, rapping up a stewardess. First class, I am so new at this. Used to ride a metro, let us hit this retro. Like the infrareds on my feet, baby, let's go. Sinatra, what they know me by, Logic, what they call me.